So first I thought I'd talk a little bit about my work, and then Wendy Kopp, who together we're doing a residency, and then the rest of it will be the collaboration. So I'm always really been interested in natural forms, and I was working at a friend's garden, and we were picking out morning glory, and I was looking at all the old seeds, and she was getting upset with all the morning glory, and I was thinking, whoa, this would be great to weave with. So I made some, it's called a seed pod. And this is a piece that I was really inspired by when you think of birds and migration and the sounds that they make when they're over you. And so I was really combining a lot of materials that I work with. So there's clay birds, there's Tibetan bells, and then there's Sumi paintings. This is a piece by Wendy, and this is a coat and a pair of boots, and the coat is made of Phragmites, and the boots are made of bark. And Wendy also likes to work with invasive species. And the interesting thing about Wendy's work, both these pieces, is that Wendy's mom was an opera singer, and she was always seeing the costumes, and so she does a lot of that. She's been inspired by those costumes. This was done in Wyoming, and this is made of sagebrush. And in Wendy's work, she lots of times thinks of her works as textiles, snapshots of the vegetation. This is our first collaborative piece, and we decided we wanted to work together. We had a lot of the same interests. We've known each other for a long time, and we wanted to work big, and we also have a good time together. So this piece is 15 feet high, and it's made out of, we call it the forest telephone booth. And the thing that we're really interested in is inside and outside. So if you think of the outside, it's a structure, it's an object, and the inside is an experience. So it has many different weaving techniques. This part is chaotic weaving. And then we decided to continue on making more pieces, and we decided to use grapevine. The other piece has grapevine in it also, and this is pretty large grapevine. It goes down. We put it down into the ground for about 2 feet to hold it, to make the structure with. And then we started to do, we sort of got into a rhythm of, this is twining weaving, and we got into a rhythm of collecting the grapevine for about 2 hours, and then cleaning it, and then weaving it. And it took us a pretty long time to make it, and in the next slide you'll see what we made. We decided to do a big piece. This piece is 8 feet, and this is our Ganesh. And you can, again, it's dealing with the inside and outside. About 3 people can sit in it, or one person could sit in and meditate. And the head and eyes are made out of paper mache, and we just thought in the Indian tradition to do that, and Ganesh is remover of obstacles. So now the rest of the slides are about Shelburne Farm. So we decided to pick this little knoll that we kept passing by, and it's a really good location because it's by the bike path, and it's not bike path, the walking path, and along the road. And the thing about it was when we first got there, what we really loved was the pairing of trees, and we thought that we would do really subtle projects. And then what happened was we started doing that, and the next day there was such a strong wind that everything was on the ground. So this kept happening, and by getting to know the space more, and there was a really wind from the north and from the south, and we basically had to give up that idea. And then, and it was also incredibly cold on the top. Like, you wouldn't think that, but it was about 10 degrees colder on the knoll than we'd see people in t-shirts walking on the path. So no kidding, we were really in June wearing long underwear and hats when we were working. So we decided that the best thing to do was to make a really sturdy piece. And again, we decided to use grapevine because it's so plentiful. Shelburne Farms has tons of it, really old grapevine. And so we started doing a structure, and when we thought of what to do, we decided that we wanted to make a huge chair or a couch. And because when you're up on this knoll, you don't think you're high up, but you have a great 360-degree view, and you can see the lake. And the tarp in the background is where every day we'd set up to make our lunch, and we'd sit there, and it would seem like no one even saw us. So this is the big couch chair, and then it's all around it. We made a little terrace of slate, and the slate, we just noticed it on the knoll, and it was the groundhogs had all these holes, so we decided to use it. And we also can tell when people are up there because it gets all messed up. So then we worked for the month of June, and then we didn't work in July, and then when we came back in August, like, the piece no longer looks like this. It was really changed, and either animals were pulling at it or a huge amount of kids were on it, and we decided that we had to rework it. So the next piece we did is an entranceway to this little knoll, because then we made a path so you could walk in and then go through it. And we'd start again with huge pieces, and DJ and Ashley came and helped us collect, which they were really incredible doing that. And then we started weaving it, and what happens so much with us is we do something and then we take it out and we do something, so we kept doing that with this piece. And you can see it has right now like 4 hoops, and at the end it only has 2 hoops, and then we just really changed it. So this is what it looks like now, and it's all woven with grapevine, and then at the end, we decided, because you could see so much of the grapevine after we filled it with grapevine, that we really got into sort of drawing with the grapevine, and we also used some spruce. And then on the land up there was all this incredible locust, and there was a tree that had died, and so we decided to use that, and this was the last piece that we made there. We also have a few more pieces that will be at the show of Land and Local.